Before I get into the video, I forgot to mention that you have to learn how to navigate in Element 3D, and I forgot to mention this because I'm stupid as fuck. Yeah, let's get into it.
The shit is slow as fuck. Sheesh. Today I'll teach you guys how to do this screen replacement thing in the 3D model. So let's do it. I'm gonna teach you guys how to import a 3D model like this, like add something on the screen like that. It says game right here, like it's kind of like an animation. So let's get into the comp first. So this is a simple comp with a camera. There's like the 3D model coming into perspective. We cache this too, cause why not? Alright, so this is the comp basically. I just have a warp on it. Yeah, I have a flicker, and of course there's our camera. We can go with any camera settings. Then we have our Element 3D setup. First thing you want to do is actually get a 3D model. I mean, actually like have a display or something. For example, now I'll show you how this works. So it says games here, right? For example, if I go in here and I add a solid like that, and I bring it back and I scale that down, and let's say I just move it around like that. So I move it around the comp like that. Maybe scale this down a bit, you know, maybe duplicate that, maybe put that there. We have 3 like squares, or maybe let's add a opacity animation on them, I mean keyframe on them, so that you know there's a bit of variation. So we do that, and we do that to the other squares too. So basically our comp is like this, right? So if I go back to my pre-comp right now, as you can see, we can see our 3 dots right there. So whatever you put in here, the effect will be there in the screen. So how do I actually do that? So first you have to set up a comp. For that, I'm gonna create a new comp, and it can be any resolution. Fuck it. I'll go with the Reels resolution, because why not? Then you have to create a new solid. Can be any color, but for simplicity, we'll go with black or white. Going with black for now. We'll add element. So it's a plugin by Video Copilot. Make sure you have this installed, or else and you can't do anything. Then after you put this on the solid, go to scene setup. Might take a bit of time to open, but after it opens, go to import and go to the folder where you have saved your thing, and make sure that anything you download is an OBJ file. So how do I get these files, like this old television or this arcade machine, anything like that, like this machine? How do I get these? The thing is, you have to go to, there are many places to get that, but the best place is Sketchfab. And once you go into Sketchfab, you go to collections and then search or something like that, like anything that relates to screens and shit like that. Let's go here, let's go through these. So look, even you can also replace like let's take this for example. What we can do is can also replace the images that are in these two. Find an OBJ file with like a screen on it, right? Something like this. This has a screen on it. I don't think it's an OBJ file, but you know, once you find an OBJ file, download it, and then after you download it, it'll be like this. Like it will give you like a folder. Inside there'll be source and textures. You go to source, there'll be a zip. You have to like unzip it, and you get the model. So we'll just open that. Is this the wrong one? Alright, it's the wrong one, but I'll just show you in any case. So this here is our model right now. So first of all, I'm gonna turn on the environment and then go to presets, go to environment. Then let's select something like that. Then we'll just turn the environment off for now because I don't want to see the. Now let's go to material and let's check the materials this has. So what is this? Is that we'll add a diffused metal shader to that. This is the screen, so let's rename this as the screen, and then everything else I guess we'll just add Chrome.
Like damn, see how move. Like damn, see how move.
Alright, so we have set up our model. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this up a bit like that, and if you want you can also add like a plane and then just like kind of like expand it. So like do that, but I don't want that, so I'm just gonna delete it. Alright, so we have this right now. Let's hit OK. And then as you can see, if you look real close, there's our model right there, but it's too small right now. First let's cut the comp to our desired size. So let's see, I want it to be like 4 seconds or 5 seconds or something like that. Let's see, 4 seconds, and then end. Alright, so this is our comp right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a new camera. We'll these are the settings. We'll enable depth of field, and let's select that, and let's see if our camera view is working. It's working. So what we can do is actually I guess it's a shift. Yeah, so if you hit shift 1, 2 and 3, you can just like kind of like change the view options, I guess. I don't know what the fuck did I do. Oh yeah, how did I delete my camera? What the fuck. Alright, anyway, so if I hit shift 1, I can rotate that like that. If I hit shift 2, I can move the model. If I hit shift 3, I can zoom in kinda like that. It's pretty laggy, so we have to adjust our depth of field. So what we're gonna do is go to the camera settings, go focus distance, try increasing that. If it doesn't increase, try to increase it. I mean, this is near and it's out of focus, so that means you have to decrease the focus length in order for it to work. So that's distance. I mean, let's decrease this. Alright, so the sweet spot was somewhere around here, somewhere, let's see, 60. Maybe it's 60. Alright, now the focus distance is right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move that into our frame like that, maybe rotate it a bit. Now we're gonna animate this, so let's go to end of our frame, then let's adjust this position tab, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate. We're gonna move that like it comes from above, and we're gonna zoom that out of frame. Right, so yeah, that works. Now we'll do that. Speed graph, unless you have the flow plugin, just stick with the speed graph because that's the best. Okay, so after you're done rendering your animation like that, what you have to do is copy the content that goes inside this. So what you want to do is go to the effects and go to custom layers and hit custom texture maps, and in layer 1 select. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and copy my games text into my other comp like that. Once I do this, let's enable that. So this is my text right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and select games text, right? And let's go to our scene setup again. So once you have selected that as your custom layer, you have to go back into scene setup. So now remember when we renamed the screen. So now what you have to do is go to diffuse, load texture, and then so you hit this arrow here and select games text, right? And first let's check if this works. If this doesn't work, then I'll show you another hack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if it works. Okay, so it's not actually showing up. So what I'm gonna do is we can actually disable this now, to be honest. Okay, so it's not showing. So what I'm gonna do is go back into scene setup. Let's zoom into this. Let's go to custom layer and we're gonna mess with the UV until we find what the problem is. So there we go, it's visible now. I guess it has to do with something with okay, so you have to basically figure out the UV. Alright, I think it's sideways right now. Yeah, it is sideways. Now what, let's change this. Actually, this is pretty difficult to do a UV on. So what I'm gonna do is let's add something else. So let's go to our videos and see if we have something. Maybe this, we'll add this. We'll make it now it should work. If it doesn't work, we'll just move on. Fuck it. Yeah, it works now. So let's change the offset. Yeah, that looks better. Now we can just hide that. Actually, you know what? So you guys can see, so that you guys can see like how it looks up close, I'll just remove the camera animation, because why not? We don't want that. What happens if I duplicate this? Does it still play? No. I can extend till the 4 seconds like that. Alright. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's how you do the fucking effect. Now go home. This is how you do the screen replacement.